Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name is Carolina and today I want to show you a sewing tutorial for my new sewing pattern called Louise. I already released one pattern for men last year that was Olivia's shirt that you guys really loved, which I'm so happy about. And since my favorite t-shirts for men are V-neck, I decided to make one as well. And what I love is how much my boyfriend was wearing this t-shirt through this whole year. This pattern is very beginner friendly. It comes in sizes extra small to extra large. So if you want to see how to make Louise T-shirt, just keep on watching. Before we even start the sewing tutorial, it's incredibly important that you test your fabric first. T-shirts are normally made from jersey, which is a knitted fabric, so it's soft and stretchy. You need to make sure that your stitches can stretch with the fabric and won't snap. For example, in this tutorial, I'm going to use a zigzag stitch throughout most of the construction. And now we are moving on to the tutorial. Place the front panel with the right side facing up. Take the front neckline binding, fold it in half and pin it to the neckline starting from the left side. Once you get to the middle, open the V-neck as much as you can so it almost creates one straight line. Then continue pinning towards the other side. Once everything is pinned, sew the binding to the neckline using 1 cm seam allowance. As you can see, the binding strip is a little bit longer. I always prefer having a little bit extra, then I can cut it off later, rather than not having enough. As you're sewing and get to the middle of the V-neck, stop the sewing machine. Lift the presser foot and with the needle still in the fabric, turn the t-shirt so you can sew the other side of the neckline. Then continue stitching. Once you turn it into the right side, this is how it's supposed to look. You get this really beautiful binding around the neckline. I'm then going to overlook the seam allowance. If you don't have an overlooker, you can also bind the seam allowance and then top stitch. It's another technique to do it. It's going to make it a little bit bulkier, but it's always an option. Now that our neckline is finished, I've clipped everything into position to keep the seam allowance lying flat. Next, I'm going to top stitch around the neckline to keep everything stitching nicely down on the inside. For this, I'm just going to switch to a straight stitch. I'm also using a needle for the knitted fabrics throughout this tutorial. As you're sewing, remember to push the fabric slightly away from the seam allowance so you can top stitch everything neatly. Now you can see we have this loose section in the middle. All we have to do is pinch it together and sew it. Now just look how beautiful the top stitch looks like. Then we are going to bring the V-neck together by folding it in half and clipping it into the place so everything stays nice and even. Then we are simply going to sew a small securing stitch across the bottom of the V-neck. Try to keep it in line with the center front of the t-shirt. Once you remove the clips and open the neckline, that's your finished V-neck. It really creates a nice shape and securing stitch is barely visible from the inside. Moving on to the back panel, we're going to do exactly the same thing as we did with the front. As you can see, my fabric is quite stretchy, which is why these binding pieces are longer than necessary. It's much easier to cut off the excess later than to realize that you don't have enough. Again, fold the binding in half, pin it to the neckline and sew it to the back neck using 1 cm seam allowance. And of course, I've switched back to my zigzag stitch as well. Then I'm going to trim away the extra binding that we left. Use clips to hold the seam allowance down flat, switch back to a straight stitch and top stitch around the back neck. After that, I'm going to add my label, which is totally unnecessary, but I really love adding labels to the clothes that I make. As the next step, we're going to join the front and back pieces together and the shoulders. Start pinning from the neckline and work your way towards the armholes. Sew them together using a zigzag stitch with 1 cm seam allowance and then overlook that seam allowance. Now we are going to take the sleeve piece and overlook the bottom edge of the sleeve to prepare it for hemming later. Take your t-shirt and open up flat so your armhole is exposed. Quickly check your pattern piece to make sure you know which side is the front and which one is the back. We definitely don't want to mix those up. Place the sleeve into the armhole with the right sides together and continue pinning all the way around. Once that's done, sew it in place using 1 cm seam allowance, and then overlock. I'm using a small tool to help me guide the fabric through the overlocker and make sure nothing gets missed. Then I'm going to take the t-shirt and turn it to the wrong side. And pin the side seams together, starting from the sleeve hem throughout the underarm and then all the way down to the sides. Repeat the same steps on both sides and sew everything with 1 cm seam allowance and then overlook the seam allowance. Then I'm going to overlook the bottom hem of the t-shirt. Next, fold the hem up by 1.5 cm towards the inside and top stitch in place. Then do exactly the same for the sleeves by folding them up as well by 1.5 cm and top stitching. If you have a twin needle, You can also use a twin needle stitch over here. For the top stitching, since I'm using a thread color that matches my fabric, I'm going to use a zigzag stitch. I feel like the hem and sleeve openings are areas that stretch the most, so I want to make sure nothing snaps later on. That's why I'm using zigzag stitch here. It just works best for my sewing machine and my fabric. As the final step, I'm just going to give all of my seams a quick press, including the V-neckline. And believe it or not, your t-shirt is finished! This is such a quick project. The pattern comes in both short sleeve and long sleeve version, and I'm definitely going to make another tutorial in autumn or winter showing you how to sew the long sleeve version as well. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!